What's up, folks? Will here. Today I want to talk about always seeing the positive side of any situation, or as some people say, like the silver lining, right? And what do I mean in that? Well, so me being in the U.S. Navy, when I was a young sailor, early on in my career, things would happen sometimes, and I'd be pretty pissed off. I'd be like, flying off at the mouth, like this happened, that happened, this guy sucks, that girl sucks, this situation sucks. And then finally, one of my seniors, they got to me and they said, hey, what I see is one of the biggest problems with you. And I was like, wait, what? There's a problem with me? And sometimes we can get into the habit of thinking there's no problem with you. You're perfect as you are. Albeit, if you ask someone were they perfect, they would say no. But the moment someone goes to point something out that is wrong with you, we all have an adverse reaction, that knee-jerk defensive mechanism. Oh, I can't believe you said something's wrong with me. Well, something's wrong with all of us. Something. It doesn't have to be a lot. But anyway, one of the things they told me is the problem with you, you're too negative, man. You worry about stuff that you can't control. And it made me stop and think for a second. Yeah, but this. And they said, and then there you are again. You're worrying about stuff you can't control. We just told you, and here you are again, still worried about the same stuff. Look, dude, you can't control it. Why are you focused on it? And I had to take a step back and really give it some thought and say, wow, they're telling the truth. And they taught me, dude, here's what is going to really help you. Worry about the things in life that you can control. For everything else, you can don't worry about it. And they left it at that. And so then I had to let go and let God, right? Jesus take the wheel on that one, because I was not good with that at all. And what ended up happening is I listened. And let me tell you, when I listened to that, I wound up finding success, because I started worrying about stuff that I could control. So, as a civilian, we would get annual evaluations. You get evaluated on your performance. Well, the military is no different. Whether the Marines call it pros and cons, the Navy calls it evaluations for enlisted members, and for officers, fitness reports. It doesn't have much to do with your physical fitness, though. It's just the annual evaluation. How does your commanding officer or whoever you're reporting senior sees you, your boss? So I was worried about that, because, my chain of command, they were ranking people unfairly. Some girls got ranked higher because they were cute or dating the boss. Some guys were like the golden boys, could do no wrong. And some people did very little. And I'm gunning for the top. I want the top spot. So when I get my evaluation, it wasn't a bad one. And this is way back when I was third class, E4. I started out as E3, so this was like a year and a half into my career where I get my first evaluation as an E4. And I got the number 2 spot instead of the number 1. And man, I was so miffed about that. I was mad because I knew I deserved better. Well, that compiled with a lot of stuff. And then, 3-4 years later, my mentors are telling me, dude, you need to worry about stuff you can control. Look, you're looking all the way back to that stuff that happened like 3-4 years ago. How are you going to go forward looking backwards? And I had to stop and think. I'm a very logical person. And I said, that makes no sense. If I had kids, I do, got, quite a few. But at the time, I didn't. And it was like, how are you going to walk forward looking backwards now? Wouldn't I teach my kid that? My young kid? Yeah, I would, especially if they were walking towards the street, right? So if it makes sense for them, then it must make sense for me. So, I guess there it is. There's the lesson. Worry about things you can control. If it's within your power to control, then be concerned with it. If it's not within your power to control, don't be concerned with it. But here's the thing. Don't just leave it at that. See, this is what I did. I took that lesson from them and I built on it. It wasn't that don't worry about it because it's in your face and it's bothering you and it could attack you and leave you in a worse state if you just totally turn your back to it. No. That's not what I mean. What I am talking about, though, is this. Not necessarily don't worry about it, but posture yourself. If you know an attack is coming, if a boxer knows an attack is coming, look at Floyd Mayweather. What does he do? He puts his guard up and he twists his guard into the attack. And does he take damage? Sure, but very little. And over the course of those 12 rounds, he can actually take that same attack or multiple attacks a lot of times because he's postured himself. He's put himself in a defensive posture. Therefore, he is ready to be engaged for an attack. He studies the attack really quickly. It's going to hit from the left, up in my face, and I should posture myself for an attack like this. Boom. Okay. Good to go. Now I didn't even get knocked down. But if I got knocked down, hey, great. I can get back up, live to fight another day. So posture yourself against attacks you know might be coming. Don't leave yourself vulnerable. But yeah, hopefully that can help someone. Just be concerned with things that you can control. That's the lesson here. All right, folks. Any more and I'll be talking at you. So I will see you in the next one.